Golden State bad boy Draymond Green was ejected once again on Tuesday night after hitting Jusuf Nurkic in the face while the two were battling for position in the third quarter during a game against the Phoenix Suns. It's been less than a month since Green was suspended 5 games by the NBA for putting Minnesota's Rudy Gobert into a headlock during an altercation in November. Although this altercation was not as complex as the prior one, it was nonetheless a perplexing moment for the 4-team All-Star and might result in additional league penalties, given that the league has previously penalized Green for his habit of acting in an unsportsmanlike manner. Early in the third, Green and Nurkic were squabbling over the position when they became entangled. Green seemed to stumble a little, but then he turned and gave Nurkic a hard slap across the face. Nurkic fell to the ground instantly, but he soon stood up and continued playing. After reviewing the play, the referees called a flagrant 2 foul on Green, which resulted in an immediate ejection. Even though the bench played a fantastic game, scoring a combined 80 points, Golden State still lost. In double figures were Darius Saric, Chris Paul, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, and Brandon Podziemski. Podziemski had 20. With 2.5 seconds remaining before halftime, Curry made a 3-pointer to give the Warriors a 56-53 advantage. Booker scored 13 points for the Suns in the first half, while Curry led Golden State with 16. Draymond Green, a great player for the Golden State Warriors, has had a difficult season thus far due to 2 suspensions. Aside from that, he was injured in the beginning and missed a number of games. He was only able to play in 15 of the 26 games, which caused some anomalies in the starting lineup for the Dubs. Due to his history of getting into problems, Green has drawn a lot of criticism from the NBA community at this time, and it looks like he will take a while to get back on track. Hazel Renee, Green's wife, offered her support on social media in the meanwhile. The Warriors' recent 5-game winning streak was quite significant, but after that, things have been getting worse. The team had a difficult time coming up with the winning mix because of numerous issues. Ailments, the absence of assistance for Stephen Curry, and Green's 2-year suspension. Green's suspensions may have been prevented even though the first 2 grounds are not legally justified. The squad suffered a great deal as a result, finishing as the 11th seed in the Western Conference point standings. Days after serving a 5-game suspension, Draymond Green acted hostilely against Jusuf Nurkic of the Phoenix Suns. Although it appeared to be a routine expulsion, the NBA gave Green an extended suspension and recommended that the power forward seek counseling. Despite the harsh criticism from NBA analysts and pundits for the unfriendly gesture, Stephen Curry continued to have faith in his teammate and emphasized the value of Green to the club. "We all breathe life from him," he continued. "Nobody that I know of can take that spot. He has a powerful effect on the space. Thus, it's both a blessing and a curse," he said in a recent ESPN interview. However, the wife of the 4-time NBA champion went above and beyond. Hazel Renee posted a photo of Green from their 2019 trip to Monaco on her Instagram stories. The 33-year-old was given some encouraging news in the story as well. "Me and you onto the world below," it said. According to a recent update, Green will receive counseling and won't play basketball until the end of 2023. Simultaneously, after benching Andrew Wiggins and starting Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski, the Dubs appeared to have finally found their winning formula. How will the team be affected by Green joining after 3 weeks? When Green returns, will he be able to get back into the starting lineup? Steve Kerr changed his starting lineup, perhaps having finally discovered a formula that worked after a protracted struggle. The team has seen fluctuations in player availability which have affected the current outcome. The team has somehow earned 2 straight victories since the kids were able to secure a berth in the starting 5. Klay Thompson also made 17 3-pointers in his previous 3 games. Even though the Dubs are headed in the right direction, Green's comeback could once again alter the course of the stream. How Kerr approaches the next obstacle will only become clear with time. Over the past 10 or so years, Draymond Green has frequently been the driving force behind the Golden State Warriors' amazing performances. The aggressive forward has also been at the center of a number of problems for his team, both on and off the court. The former Defensive Player of the Year winner spoke openly with Warriors coach Steve Kerr on the Draymond Green Show. All the shit that I've caused myself, it's not like I've gone through something that somebody else caused. It's self-inflicted wounds that I've had throughout your tenure here. Green has certainly given Kerr and the Warriors a good deal of grief. He has been suspended for several of the playoff games that are most significant to the squad. The Cleveland Cavaliers game in the 2016 NBA Finals was the finest illustration of these hijinks. Green was suspended for the whole of Game 5 after his team, led by LeBron James, earned a record-breaking 3 technical fouls. With that crucial victory, the Cavaliers salvaged the series. In the 6th game, Draymond Green made a spectacular comeback, but Cleveland had already taken the lead. Years later, the dynamic forward thought the Cavs' epic comeback was mostly due to his ban. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors saved Green from trouble during this year's playoffs. Dre was given a 3-game suspension for stomping on Sacramento Kings center Domantas Sabonis' chest. The suspension was imposed in part due to Green's history of unsportsmanlike acts. The Bay Area squad won 114-97 without Green, cutting the series advantage to 2-1. Before Green was scheduled to return, the Warriors may have been facing a 0-3 deficit if things hadn't worked out. Despite all the air of Draymond Green's seeming invincibility inside the Golden State Warriors organization, he knows when he has messed up. He doesn't always admit this publicly, but he did in the same show with his coach. Here is what we had to say to Steve Kerr. Trust me, not for 1 second do I go home and not think these guys have had my back. Like you bought mirrors. Through things that I've gone through. The camera caught you one time like, I'm sick of Draymond's shit. And I was like, that sucks. I can't believe he said that. 2019 saw Kerr mumble to then assistant coach Mike Brown that he was sick of Green's antics, which was captured on tape. When Kerr said that to Brown, it was unclear what game it was. It has been stated that Green and Kerr have previously clashed and almost got into a fist fight. Even though the coach of the Warriors appears weak, he is a strong individual. Few people would dare to get into a battle like the one he famously got into with Michael Jordan. In Monday's Game 2 between the Golden State Warriors and Sacramento Kings, Draymond Green was dismissed during the 4th quarter. Domantas Sabonis was fouled for a flagrant foul by Green after he stepped on his midriff. Green's ban has already drawn some support. It might take place for Game 3. Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, was there during the match, and the organization could always look into the situation. How many suspensions did Green receive during his career? Involved in some of the most contentious incidents in NBA history, including hitting Jordan Poole and kicking Steve Adams in the crotch, is the former Defensive Player of the Year. Surprisingly, Draymond Green has only had 3 suspensions in his NBA career. According to SportsHQ, during the 2016 NBA Finals, Green was suspended for the first time in his career. In Game 4, he struck LeBron James in the groin area and was given a flagrant penalty. Green was suspended for Game 5 of the playoffs after racking up 4 flagrant fouls. He was suspended for the second time early in the 2018-19 campaign. The team gave it to Green in response to his furious bench-side altercation with Kevin Durant. Towards the end of the season, Green received his 3rd ban for collecting his 16th technical foul. He punched teammate Jordan Poole during practice, earning him a preseason suspension. Some fans want Draymond Green to get suspended for Game 3 following his stomp on Domantas Sabonis in Monday's game. Green was assessed with a flagrant foul, but is that enough for him to get suspended? It should be noted that the NBA can review fouls and hand out punishment when needed. However, history suggests that Green might not receive any suspensions for his stomping on Sabonis. Green was not suspended for kicking Steve Adams in the groin in Game 3 of the 2016 Western Conference Finals. Green was called for a flagrant foul one during the game, but the league upgraded it to a penalty too. He was not suspended and was fined $25,000. It could certainly be the same case for Green, who will likely receive a monetary punishment for his hit on Sabonis. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver was present at Monday's game in Sacramento. It is unknown if Silver witnessing the incident will result in a suspension, but more fans will likely call for it if Sabonis suffers an injury. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, don't forget to hit that like button below. And if you want to stay updated with more great content like this, Make sure to subscribe to our channel by clicking the red button and ringing the notification bell so you never miss any future content from us. Your support means the world to us.